Hello, welcome to Swiggin Steve's Bargain Beer Reviews, and today, continuing the vein of the Aldi or the Lidl Beer Festival, we have got a Neipa 5.3 It's from Stewart Brewing Company, and this comes in at 5.3 ABV. So, sorry, just running around trying to get all my stuff together. What I would say is that's quite a low volume for a New England IPA. Usually see them about 6% plus. That being said, it might taste fantastic. So Stewart Brewing, guessing is craft beer, Edinburgh, Scotland. Don't want to turn the can too much because I'll see all the information on the back and that'll spoil my summary, because I want it all to come from me rather than what I've seen on the can. Galaxy, Amarillo, hopped. Both fantastic hops. Galaxy, as you know, people have watched this before, will know it's one of my favourite hops. So let's get this cracked open and see what it's like. This came in at £1.49. This is one of the £1.49 cans. Oh god, it smells fantastic, that. So £1.50 effectively. Look at that. So what it does say, it asks you to roll the bottle, I think, or roll the can. It says that quite a lot with beers like this. I've given it a little shot. I've been running around with it, for God's sake. So that'll be enough, I think, to roll it around. Now, looking at that, it's quite, when it was pouring then, it felt quite chunky. It's got a New England IPA. Smells fantastic. God, that Galaxy hop's really showing through. Has this lovely peachy, mango apricot sort of smell coming from it. Almost slightly dank as well. But lovely sweetness, almost slightly jammy. Oh wow, that smells fantastic. It smells really, really good. Little pineapple notes in there. You almost get like a back end, a little bit of pininess sometimes with the New England IPAs. Not so much as the West Coast IPAs, but still there. Oh god, that smells so good. Right, I'm going to dive in. Do you know what? That's really good. For £1.50 I paid for that. Or £1.49 even. For a 440 can. It's juicy. Some of the fruit flavours maybe aren't coming through. The body's not quite as big as you would expect on a New England IPA if you were to spend £3 or £4 on a can or more. I think that's really good. I think that's lovely. For £1.50, that's smashing. That's another really good beer. Oh god, yeah, and it still gives. It still gives. I'm going to pour the rest of it and let's get everything in there. So all the sediments in and everything. That's absolutely lovely. It's a boiling hot day. You can see I'm sweltering in my greenhouse. Oh, absolutely dripping with sweat today. Just been running around doesn't help, does it? Yeah, it's got to be a quick review today because I've got quite a lot to do. Quite a few little jobs to get on with. But that looks, oh, well, look at it. You know, you've got about 3 fingers worth of head there. This is slightly off-white. It's sweet, it's fruity. The body lacks a little bit, I would say. But it's not bad at all, that. You're getting a dry bitterness. You're getting a back end on this beer that does come through, which was really nice. The middle of the beer is really nice, actually. It's really like pleasantly fruity. I think I like this combination of hops. I like the Amarillo hop. Flavour wise, getting a little bit of grapefruit coming through as well on the aroma. You are getting quite a lot of grapefruit, actually. Flavour wise, a little bit peachy, a little bit orangey, little satsuma sort of notes. And actually, since I poured the rest of the beer in, it's actually got a little bit more bitter. It's got more of a dry bitterness to it. With these tropical beers, like the fruit, there's so many fruits you could name absolute abundance of different flavours on this beer because it just keeps going and going and going. I think it's really good for the price. Yeah. It's quite heavy. It's got that heaviness actually as the beer goes down. They're quite heavy, these beers, especially the New England IPAs. almost leave quite a heaviness on you. And yeah, so it's obviously filled with all the nuts and bolts you want in this sort of beer. I can't fault it for the price. I cannot fault that really. $1.50 I paid. It's juicy. I think some of the fruit profiles don't come through as much as you would like in a New England IPA. That probably comes through. The bitterness is there. And it has got quite a cloyy bitterness. Some of the piney notes are there, but some of the fruit, some of the things it promises on the nose don't come through into the beer. I find that quite a lot with New England IPAs, full stop, to be honest with you. I mean, I've paid quite a lot for New England IPAs and I still come up with the same conclusion. I do like them, but what you get on the aroma isn't always what you get on the flavour. I'll switch that around. Lovely lacing. Yeah. You get like a lemon and lime zest on there as well. I like this piney, a bit orangey. But you're getting like, I really like the guys. You're getting like a little sweetness, a little zazziness on there. It's like, ooh, almost smells sour. If that makes sense. Or smells like a sharp sourness. Anyway, I think it's a really good beer. I think you'd be silly not to go for that one. I think £1.50. I think they vary in prices. Some people have been saying they paid more for that, but this came in at $1.49 and put one pot at $1.49 range. It was the 71 beers, so from the 71 brewery they were $1.79 a can. It was a $1.59. Yeah. So. I think that's brilliant. So cheers. Well done. Yeah, Stewart Brewing. I'm going to give that. I'm not going to quite give it an outstanding beer. I'm going to give it an 8.9 out of 10. I think it's right at the top of excellent. That there's a few things in there that don't quite make it outstanding. But for the price, I mean, it's not an outstanding beer anyway. But relative to the price, it pushes it really up to that excellent, top of excellent for me. I think 8.9 out of 10. I think that's a good score, a really good score. You know, fantastic. Would I be drinking that again and buying that again? Definitely. If I see that, I would definitely get it in the fridge. It's a lovely beer. I didn't read what it said. Oh, wow! Just drinking it back like that. I had about that much in one go. Oh yes, almost getting like melons in there as well. Oh wow, that was really nice. That was a really good experience. It's really smooth and quite soft at the same time, like this soft hopness to it. But then it gets a little bit sharp on the back end. Yeah, it's really soft to drink actually. This hazy New England IPA is bursting with juicy peach and passion fruit flavours, with a passion fruit, that's the flavour I'm looking for, with the heavy Galaxy and Amarillo dry hop, full-bodied, super soft mouthfeel, yeah, and low bitterness, yeah, spot on. Low bitter, I think that's quite bitter. I found that quite bitter at the end. That's me. I'm not going to complain. Rate good beer. Go and get yourself one of them. Go down to Lidl and go into this beer festival thing they've got while they last, because they're fantastic. I've been Swiggin Steve. Let me know your comments below, and I'll put a playlist up with some other Aldi beers on whichever side it comes up as well. Alright, thank you. See you next time. Bye.